Welcome back to the MTG Sunday Jank-Off with myself, Ben Orbreak, and my opponent and friend, Albino Cheese Monkey. Monkey, what is your standard deck of Jank you're bringing for today?
Well, today we're going to be experiencing the joy of nitrous oxide. And no, I don't mean the dentist laughing gas. I mean the kind that you put in your engine, because we're going to get going. Giddy up.
Oh, okay. Speed?
No, actually.
No?
Yeah.
Nitrous oxide without speed. All right, well, we'll see what you have sooner or later, because I am playing mono black. Which card?
Yeah. I think
That is
that's
all
what the
you'll know.
people want to know.
It will be known. So if you want to see both of our hands as we play in this blind Best of One match, you can just pull up both our streams, be one of us, and see how the game unfolds. It is time for us to resolve mulligans, and I will be taking mine.
I think
This
I
is
will
better.
keep this against my better judgment. It's not like you have early game removal or anything. Right? Oh, I forgot to tell my
Who knows?
colors. Green, blue, red. 3 colors. Timur.
Teamer. I hear Teamer. Which, make sure you know those enemy wedge pairs, folks, going into Tarkir next month. I forgot something about this deck.
What?
And oh, never mind. No, this is the best of one. It's fine. This is the best of one. It's fine. I'll tell you once we get to the best of
By
threes.
golly, you did. You did have turn 1 removal. I did not see that coming.
Technically, it was my turn too. But yes, my bauble, so grim.
Complicates things. I'm going to have to slow down.
Okay. Omen Hawker activates abilities, or makes mana for abilities. Ranger's Refueler has an exhaust ability. Okay.
Now, for those who don't know, nitrous oxide is used often in drag racing and or illegal street racing, and should be familiar to anyone who... I'm suspicious that if I turn this from a vehicle into a creature, you'll have a way to kill it, so... YOLO. We want to hit you.
Mono Black is not exactly known for dealing well with artifacts.
But what about artifact
But
creatures?
yes, creatures we can deal with.
Okay.
All right, I think I have an idea of what you're doing with this Afterburner Expert, and I know that in an exhaust deck, that's probably one of the scariest cards in the deck. I'm just gonna tap out, even though I have an instant speed spell, and just get rid of all of them from your deck now. Oh, you only have 2. Okay, let's see what your deck is. We've got Sky Serpent Seeker for Flying Death Touch Ramp. Boom Scholar for Exhaust Energies. I assume Full Throttle is a curve topping game ender. Loot the Pathfinder. Might as well just do the deck breakdown now. Some Planeswalkers. Elvish Refueler, a very scary limited card. I'm interested to see how you make it work in Constructed. Yeah, the combo I've seen in actual ladder play is Draconautics Engineer plus Afterburner Expert.
Yeah, there is
Judge's
one deck-
Insight, yes. Soul Cauldron. Very nice. All right, well, we'll be taking those Afterburner Experts because I do not want to deal with that graveyard recursion.
Let's see what we get. You have effectively... Ooh, okay.
Are you looting?
No.
Oh, land? Okay. All right, folks, what do we want to do here? We're definitely casting this, but then what do we do with it? There's a fun option, and there's probably the best option. I think the best option is what we'll go with for starters. We're beseeching our mirror, bargaining that Grim Bauble that has been suspiciously sitting in play. We're just going to tutor up a card with mana value 4 or less and play it. for free. I didn't see any good ways to deal with Shieldred, from what I remember looking through your deck just now. And I don't think you have the speed to kill me through it. Okay.
All right.
I think we have the onboard advantage and we just want to close quickly. Sure.
Okay. Let's see what we can do.
Okay. Hunting Sparks. That is, I'm sure, one of your better draws.
My team's got me covered.
My friend, the monkey, scholar of booms.
Kicking into high gear.
Okay, leaving back the Death Touch blocker. I like it. I mean, it seems like
You
good
don't
play.
like
I'd rather you didn't, but
Yeah.
it seems like a good play. Oh, I didn't know that would trigger that. That's fine. I'm curious which you will give up.
Here's a good question.
Okay.
Some things are just nice to have, you know? Some things keep me alive.
I think I'll just take a turn. Just add a turn to my clock. Well, take a turn off my clock, really. However that's phrased. And deal you 2. And I don't want you to remove my Shieldred, so I think I just pass.
Let's see what we get. That's not gonna be enough.
I think Chandra will keep card draw. I mean, Shieldred will keep Chandra's card draw in check.
That's nice.
Oh, okay. Dredger's Insight. Maybe I'm underestimating double Dredger's Insight. It's a lot of life gain.
Yeah, Shieldred's making me not want to draw a card.
Oh, that's a winning ride.
Trying to remember if you had any removal main deck.
Eyes on the
You
prize.
must have. Okay, I think I am not going to Ghost Vacuum your graveyard because 2 Dredger's Insights is a lot. I don't think there's a point to vacuuming my own graveyard, so
I shouldn't point this out,
my
but
turn.
it does only fire on artifacts and creatures. So if you want to hit my lands, that's fine.
You shouldn't have pointed that out, and in fact, I'm going to play as if you didn't point that out.
Okay. What a pal. What a guy.
If I attack with my Soulstone Sanctuary, you probably just animate a vehicle. I don't want to trade my cool little land for something you can make one of every turn, so...
We've gotten into one of our classic...
I'll be honest, this is exactly where my deck wants to be.
Oh, okay. That's fair. I mean, I am having... There's one card that I really wish I would draw right now. Let's see if this is it. That was not it. Okay.
But Sky Serpent Seeker to thin the deck. Good play. Did that before the draw step.
That doesn't help either. Alright, well, I really need to draw that card, so here we go.
Okay.
All right, new plan.
That wasn't it either, unfortunately. Not not much I can do here.
Okay. I'm going to make sure my top decks are good.
You really have, you hit the brakes for me. You, like, reached over. But...
No, the speed
you know
is
what?
mine.
This deck is fun. Oh, I should remind people, this deck, thank you to my man Green Bean Crowboy, who suggested I try and make a exhaust-based deck. Ooh, there it goes. You know what? If I had...
Pranked!
I don't think I lost that hard.
No, we got into a tense situation. I just needed to arrange my top decks, and I did so.
All right.
Right, let's review decks. Well, we already saw Albino Trees Monkeys deck briefly, so I'd like you to go first, if you would.
All right, sure. Let's talk about nitrous oxide and what I'm trying to do here. So this deck went through many phases, and this is the one it ended up in. What we're trying to do here is a bit of a play on the deck you're probably familiar with, Ben, which is dump stuff into the graveyard and then beat them down with Draconotics Engineer and Afterburner Expert. And that is really good, which is why it's in here. But that's one of the win conditions. And also, I only own 2 copies of Afterburner Expert. What I really want him trying to do is ramp hard, because there's a nifty little combo I found where either Omen Hawker or Training Grounds plus Boom Scholar means Skykeeper Serpent. If you look at Boom Scholar, and you notice Training Grounds says activate abilities of creatures you control cost 2 less. This effect can't reduce the mana to less than 1, right? But if you look at Boom Scholar, which I play as a 1 of, because this is like just nice if I get it, but not necessary for the win, is exhaust abilities of other permanents you control cost 2 less to activate. Full stop. So there's a scary ramp combo that you can achieve if you can find it, wherein if you assemble the pieces of Elvish Refueler and Boom Scholar and Training Grounds and Skyper Seeker Serpent, then on your turn and their turn, you can be ramping 2, constantly paying no mana for it. It's not consistent. It's dumb. That's why all this is a 1-up, and we'll see if it happens.
Oh, no.
But there are so many other ways to win with this deck. I just left it in because it's silly, if that makes sense.
It sounds so cool.
Yeah.
I just want to put like 4 lands into play every turn.
I've been in testing with this deck. I have gotten all 20. How many did I end up with? 22. I've gotten all 22 lands on the field with this deck before.
Nice. That's my kind of tamer deck. I remember the good old Aftermath.
And you know what? Now that I'm saying it, maybe I should have just leaned into it. Win rates be damned, right? But anyway,
it is the Jank-Off.
It is the Jank-Off. What we're actually trying to do is we're trying to the actual win condition of this deck is it's an everybody is now loot deck. So we're trying to I settled on Chandra as the token generator just because I found at first I was like, oh, that's too slow because they're not creatures, I can't exhaust them. And then having banged my head against the creature removal heavy meta, I said, wait, actually that's an advantage because then they're less likely to blow them up until I need them. Yeah. So
only creatures on your turn.
That's right. So we're trying to early game, we're trying to get Training Grounds ideally. Omen Hawker's nice. Molt Tender's there because I found it's almost impossible to do what I want consistently unless I can exile something from the graveyard in 3 colors, so I can run all 3 colors. The other thing that's nice about Molt Tender is that as I'm tossing things into the graveyard with Dredger's Insight, I'm taking the creatures with the Soul Cauldron and I'm saving everything else for Molt Tender. So Dredger's Insight is really nice. It keeps me alive. Draconotics Engineer is a win condition. And the Aether Spark is a fun card that I just opened today in a pack and said, that's going in.
Whoa.
That's it. That's Jank for you.
I mean, it's good on the flyer, I guess.
Yeah, and because I put in the Aether Spark, if I add 10 mana any one color, I put in a Portent of Calamity to go with it, just testing it, because it's kind of a fun little thing that I can do. I wanted to do Genesis Wave, but this deck doesn't make green consistent enough for me to
Yeah.
bother. So I went with
I definitely want to play with Portent at some point.
yeah, so I went with a Portent, and I did pull that off once on somebody, and that won me the game. And then the other way to win the game is just casting full throttle with, you just calculate, do I have lethal divided by 3? If yes,
Roughly.
I win. Yeah, so, yeah, so there are plenty of other ways to win. My favorite way to win personally in this deck is to have a large number of dinosaur dragon tokens, because with Elvish Refueler, you can keep making them. And even better yet, if you get Agatha to eat up one of the engineers in the graveyard, everybody can make a dragon. Turning
That's
everyone
silly,
to a
yeah.
dragon and then surprising them by having all of the dragons tap and do lightning bolts for lethal is my favorite way to end with this deck. Be like, oh, I can attack
Lightning-breathing
for lethal,
dragons.
and then I'm like,
Yes.
just kidding, we all tap for 3 damage each, which I have also done. So my frustration with this deck is that if you don't get certain pieces, mainly anything over here in the 1-drop in your opening hand, which can happen, or as you saw in Ben's game, if you get only one of your 1-drops and they blow it up, it tends to grind to a slog, and it's hard to get back. Yeah.
All right. Well, I'll go ahead and introduce my deck because my MO is grinding to a slog. We are playing which card? Discard.
I'm excited though, because I want my cards in the graveyard, but also you probably have ways of getting them out of there.
Yeah, we have ways of getting that out of there. You saw we have a main board Ghost Vacuum, and we have Beseech the Mirrors to get it, and anything else we happen to need. So let's just run through this real quick. We have, as our main pieces, just discard. We want to empty the opponent's hand. We're not using actually any targeted discard in this build. You'll often see Duress to get non-creatures. You'll see Intimidation Campaign as a cyclable discard spell, or Dreams of Steel and Oil as a discard spell that doesn't put creatures and artifacts in the graveyard, it just exiles them. But we're not doing any of that. We're just not targeting any of our discard. We're letting the opponent choose which card to discard. With Hopeless Nightmare, Bandit's Talent, optionally Momentum Breaker, Liliana of the Veil, Rankle's Prank, Hostile Investigator, and that is it. But that's a lot of discard effects. We can empty hands. So how do we win when the opponent's hand is empty? That's the problem with discard decks, is you can empty their hand, but unless you empty their library, they're eventually going to draw gas and probably win the game. Bandit's Talent is, I'd say, our most common win con. Just leveling that up with 1 extra mana means our opponent's losing 2 life every turn once they're nearly empty-handed. Liliana of the Veil is a great way to just demolish the opponent's board if she sits out for a while. And we have a couple choice beaters, because Sheoldred used to be an absolute scourge of the meta, but just everyone started playing enough removal to keep up with her. But if the opponent's hand is empty, it's very unlikely that they top deck removal, and Sheoldred kills fast. So we just have a 1 of Sheoldred, a 1 of Hostile Investigator for some discarded synergy, and also a 4-power beater. And finally, Aklazot's Deepest Betrayal as a sticky 5-mana threat as our creature finishers. We're not really deploying them until we have the opponent's hand basically empty and the board under control. But we do need a couple of quick killers and value generators to fill in that role for when the Bandit's Talent isn't quick enough. The rest of the deck's just removal. Grimbauble, Anoint with Affliction. We have Graveyard Hate with 1 Ghost Vacuum and more in the sideboard. Withering Torment to take care of pesky enchantments and creatures, and some extra nasty hate with the End. And Wrinkle's Prank doing everything we could possibly want it to do. So, nothing too special in the mana base. Demolition Field hates on creature lands. Blast Zone hates on low curve aggro decks. And Soulstone Sanctuary has some synergies in the sideboard that we may or may not see. Let's find out what we see by going to our best of 3, which rhymes. I will send the invite because so far I'm less likely to accidentally join a ranked game.
It's true. I've done it 5, you've done it 1. But you have done it 1. I'm putting it out.
All right. Now I'm going to ask you to remind me of something, because I'm assuming you want to be on the play.
Yes.
This is the only deck I've played on the Jank-Off so far, and the only deck I've really played in a long time that wants to be on the draw.
Okay, I'll be on the draw then.
No, I need you to help me remind me to take the draw. Because you want to be on the play, right?
I think
Win-win.
so, yeah. Well, I gave it to you. There you go. This is really reliant on what I draw next. I don't think I can keep this.
The reason we want to be on the draw, folks, is we have the tools to slow down an aggressive start.
Much
So we're not really afraid of the play advantage. But our game plan really depends on getting the opponent's hand empty. And an extra card from being on the draw actually can make a difference there. We want them to have as few cards as possible because we can deal with speed. All right. Let's see what our monkey's got.
We're going to tend to
All right,
those molts.
Tend to those molts. That's what I always say. Which card?
Oh. Game? There. This card.
Okay, Spiral Canal it is. Look, I'm feeding your tendies.
It's true. You know what? Who cares? You're gonna make me discard it anyway. Let's go.
Yep. Which card?
One that I want you to discard for me.
Go ahead. All right.
Now,
Our
obviously,
opponent's hoping to top deck Soul Cauldron.
this deck can and often does hard cast. I'll take the Surveil land. Don't want that. Thinking out loud here. So the reason Grease Wrench Goblin stayed in the deck is in testing, there were many times where I drew multiple copies of legendaries, which I run multiple copies of because they're important. And that lets me ditch them for other things. And if the legendary happens to be loot, then it's something I wanted to ditch anyway. Let's stay back for now. Guess I could have come in with the goblin, but...
Okay. We'll put a little clock on you.
Tick-tock. Alright, whatever that top thing is, I'm sure I didn't want it. I knew it! Wow. Alright. Well, thankfully, I didn't want that either, but thankfully I have this.
Alright. Filtering that hand.
Alright. Alright. Throw that down. Oop.
What's this? Another 1-drop? Indeed. I'll have a hard time removing enchantments usually.
Alright, now I will swing in.
No blocks. Okay, before it goes to your turn,
Would
I
you
want
block
to do
with
something
your
mean.
witty words?
My interaction maybe, but instead, your zone is a blast zone.
Okay. Ah, you fool! You blew up your own hopeless nightmare!
I get the sky too.
That's another land.
All right, folks, this is where we want to be.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Our opponent is top decking,
7, 8, 9.
and we have the tools to deal with that.
If you exile one thing. Now, how did you get rid of my training grounds? I missed that while I was counting how many lands I had drawn.
Blast zone. I blew up all 1-drops. That includes enchantments.
I have drawn 10 lands. Which is good. We gotta get them out of the way, right?
Wait, you've drawn all those? I thought some of them got milled.
Oh, that's true. That's fair.
All right, let's see what we want to do here. I don't want you ramping and thinning out your deck, so we'll just Grimly Bubble you. We will deploy a Bandit's Talent for no value except to increase our clock.
That's not helpful. We are top
Not yet,
decking.
no.
As
That's the
one
game
does.
plan.
But just you
Okay,
wait. Just wait till the
I
heart of the
think-
cards comes on my side. Oh, you know what?
I think the heart of the
haven't
cards is already on my side.
asked- Oh no, it's because I forgot to ask for it. I didn't think I believed in it.
I'm gonna use probably one of the most powerful cards in the deck. I'm going to Beseech the Mirror again.
Heart of the cards.
This
is
is, by
it
the
too
way.
late? Is it too late for me to say I believe in you?
Yeah, I think so. I think you just die. We both lose 4 life, so it must be fair.
It's true. All right.
Which card? No
Discard.
cards.
Oh
Alright.
boy. Okay. I've got some white things, but I can see my sideboard. All right. So what do I?
Same.
What is gonna help here? I think I need to change some things up.
I'm going to bring in some cool cards I don't get to play often.
You've been doing... You've mostly been at sorcery speed, haven't you?
Yeah, mostly.
I think I'm going to perhaps decrease my reliance on creatures.
You shouldn't be telling me your sideboard plan.
Oh, we're we're friends. It's fine.
Unless your plan is to... no, I'll pretend I didn't hear that.
Oh, it's fine. Let's see. I'm definitely making some questionable choices in the sideboarding, but this is how we do.
How do we do?
We make
This
questionable
is how we do.
choices.
Yeah.
We overboard. We go overboard in the sideboard. I'm
Okay,
basically playing a different deck at this point.
I need to cut 1 card. But what if I want to play all these cards?
Just do it. What's the statistically likelihood that playing 61 is really going to make that big of a difference? Just do it.
It's more than 1%.
It's like 1 in 60, I guess. Well,
Which is more than 1%.
that because you draw 7 at the beginning. 1 in 53?
Well, it matters for starting hands too, because it makes even the starting hand less likely to see the exact card you want to see.
This might be crazy, but I'm getting frustrated with my opening hands and not drawing what I need. I'm going to try drawing first and seeing what happens.
Hey. No, I want to draw.
All right, this is only 1 land, but surely my first draw will be a second land, right?
Good luck.
No, we're mulliganing. All right, well, I'm going to keep that against my better judgment. We'll see what happens.
Swamp. No surprises there.
That's good. That's one of my favorite turn 1s right there.
It's a good one, because I can't interact with that usually. Which card?
Discard.
Nice! Brought in the Bailots. We can't really play around the Bailots, folks, because just so much of our strategy depends on it. So we got. That's all right. We have the tools to come back from it.
Yeah.
Lily
especially since
doesn't just discard.
Especially since I didn't draw a second land.
Yeah, that's a pretty big game.
Well, GG, bro. I got the Bailoff.
I mean, maybe you have another Bailoff. I don't know. Let's find out.
I'm tired of your secrets.
Okay, I don't think he has it, folks. We're just gonna fire on all cylinders here. Getting that 4 life could be like an extra 2 turns in the game. And we don't have a fast
true.
clock, you know?
I've made poor
Oh
choices.
no. Oh no.
No, I did this to myself. I really did.
Drop it.
If you draw a land,
You don't have Planeswalker sound on, right?
no.
Because
Maybe I
whenever
should.
you do that ability, she says, "Drop it," like I'm some
Yep.
kind of dog.
That's kind of her vibe, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, we keep ticking up. Do we scry with Hopeless Nightmare or just attack with Soulstone's Sanctuary? I guess.
Shoot, I forgot.
Soulstone.
I forgot to say I believe in the heart of the cards again.
Oh, that'll cost you. That'll cost you. Okay, man, these card hearts are not treating you well. Somehow we're the one who's consistently empty-handed this game. All right, we got our Unholy Hand Annex in from the sideboard to give us additional closing power against decks that are hard for us to interact with. Man, I don't even want to cast that.
Do your
But it's
worst.
optimal. I
do
should
it.
find out. I should find out what kind of sideboard changes you're making. I'm gonna name Loot. Loot the Pathfinder. It'd be embarrassing to name the wrong one. I could have also named Cauldron. Maybe that's what I should have named actually. But yeah, treasures. You have a lot of 2-drops, just not the second land.
Are you seeing my lands?
Okay.
Are they in there?
Yeah, you didn't sideboard those out.
Okay.
Thunderous Velocipede. Okay, I remember you beating me up with that card before.
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, specifically, if you get Chandra out, each one of her vehicle motorcycles come out with a +1/+1 counter on it, which means if you've cauldroned at that point, they're ready to go. They're ready to exhaust.
And one Haywire Mite. Good stuff.
I actually, at this point,
Sorry.
I don't want to draw a land because I think this is hilarious.
Now
I'm
you're going to draw a land because you said
Curious.
so.
Nope.
Oh, okay.
I did draw a 1-drop, though.
Doesn't keep you alive. I could Liliana Edict you, but I'm just going to attack and
It's true.
move on to the next
Well,
best of 3.
fine, that's magic, but that's magic. Womp,
Don't
womp,
keep one-landers,
womp, womp.
folks. Don't keep one-landers.
I told you, I'm not mad. I 100% did that to myself, and the game was teaching me the error of my ways. It really was. All right, I've got to reboot my game because I've got some graphical glitches.
I guess I should do that also. So
I appreciate my new Jank-Off technical difficulties screen, everybody. For Ben's reference, because he can't see it, it's a tasteful Jank-Off with... Do you remember that picture I made of the gas guzzler doing the blue steel face? And it says, attempting to turn off and back on. All right. I want to do that now. I should make a different one. Everyone, like every couple of weeks. Just I'm admiring my work for any fans of Zoolander out there.
helps to watch it with a lot of friends.
All right. We should be back. Yeah.
I mean, okay. I am sending the challenge. Stoner God, welcome back. We be jankin'. Mono black witch card, discard. Versus Teamer Nitrous Oxide. Brawl's in the planning phases. I think we, oh, I want to draw first, actually. I think we've got a plan for that. So, stay tuned.
Now this is what we call a starting hand. I can't wait to see it in the discard.
Kind of want Dragonstorm to come out. See how that shapes standard meta, and then I think we're getting ready for some brawl, standard brawl at least.
Will this give me... Well, I got all 3 colors, so that's nice.
That's a good start.
Let's see what we get. This is almost my ideal turn 1, turn 2.
Yeah, it's all pieces that are hard for mono black to interact with. Let's see, any super good mills there? Doesn't look like it. Alright, pass. Okay. Your afterburner is an expert. Your expert has it. Okay.
Now, so this is interesting because I usually wouldn't be playing this right now, but I know it's against you. And it'll make you think.
I
No,
do
it
try to
didn't.
think.
Didn't think too hard about it.
I just like, you know, what else am I going to be exiling with that spell? A mana
That's
dork?
true, yeah.
I'll just exile the recursive threat.
Alright, so now we only need 4 lands. And I don't think you're running counter spells.
Not mono black. I guess I fire this off. I don't think I have much
Okay, yeah.
in terms of better targets.
That will stop it from happening, you're right.
Okay, Soul Cauldron I don't like to see, but we don't really have any main board answers. Stoner God says you're bullying me playing 3 colors against 1.
Oh man, I've been over here working on the side because my chat isn't currently connecting correctly. So if you said anything to me, I'm sorry. I might just have to physically go to the website. Where did my hand go? I just looked away
pranked.
for a second.
Pranked, bro. You got rankled and you got prankled.
Well, let's see if I get.
That was good. I guess I didn't even look. Draconauts and Treasure Insight. All right.
It was mostly.
I'd love to
I
be.
wanted.
I'd love to be drawing something more. I mean, less reactive, but
Okay, this will do.
yeah, that's good stuff for you.
No.
Okay, I think we need to do the saddest Beseech the Mirror ever, but
Namely, the Ranger's Refueler has its own get up and go. Which I'm all too happy to do, mostly.
this would be good. I think we just... Oh, I guess we don't have to show you what we got.
No, you don't.
Okay. Well, you can
You've got
Why
1
didn't you
mana
up-
open.
why didn't you use the refueler?
That's a good question. Yes, it's definitely...
Oh, it's because Training Grounds only reduces the effects of creatures. I didn't know that. All right, folks. Our opponent is regaining a hand.
Is any of this...
I don't know. So do we want to play this first or this?
If only I had...
Why didn't you exhaust?
It wouldn't... It would...
Oh, it's other creatures. It's other creatures.
Yeah,
okay.
other creatures.
Yeah. All right. I think the refueler is enough of a worry that we're going to deal with it in the way that we can.
Sacrifices 2 creatures of their choice. What if I choose none?
You got to choose 2 if you can. Okay. There are definitely ways you can get out of this.
Namely by drawing something else to put a +1/+1 counter on.
Yeah, I'm gonna go empty-handed. Do your worst.
Okay, here we go.
1 bat against the world.
Alright. What do we have here? First of all, what's already under the cauldron? Okay.
You got some abilities under there already.
Yeah, I do, don't I? Alright,
Notable folks, each exhaust ability is its own ability that can be activated separately from the others. So yeah, our monkey friend is going off. But I get a bat! 2 bats against the world. Yeah, we jump in.
All right.
We card drawn. We life Lincoln.
I wouldn't call this stable, but it's definitely better than before.
Make your choice. I think I know what you'll choose. Oh,
He's exhausted. But you know who's
yeah,
not
but he's still a
exhausted?
4/4.
Yeah, but so is the flyer, who still has so much more to give.
I guess. No, you're right. You're right. You're definitely right.
So much more to give.
I was starting to get a little scared. Hang on. Double Dracox Engineer. Okay. Okay. It gives you 2 separate instances of those abilities. I see.
Yep.
All right, chat. We could sack our Momentum Breaker to gain 1 life, but I think it's better to hold in case we top deck another Beseech the Mirror, because we're going to need to be beseeching pretty hard.
Oh, I'm doing the thing. See what I meant, Ben, when I was describing this deck? I was like, it's super silly if it does the thing.
It's super silly right now.
But, you know, sometimes you just don't get what you need.
Okay. I was hoping I'd be able to make a bat or draw something, or I don't know. Let me double check that I have no outs.
Oh, let me hit you with my dragons, please.
Go ahead. I think...
Would it be superfluous to make more dragons?
No, go ahead if you want.
Okay, I do want.
If it wasn't for that, we'd be able to survive this next hit, but Soul Cauldron plus your ability to make more dragons is going to put an end to things, no matter what I do. Dorgun.
Wait,
Dorgun.
wait, I already played Dragon's Horde. What is happening?
You're just getting ready for Tarkir.
That's right. That's Tarkir before it was cool. Alright. Wow, I got one. We got one. Ladies and gentlemen, we got
All right. We got nitrously oxided.
Ah,
Now, do we sideboard the same way? I think we sideboard a little bit differently. I think these are all still good. Not sure about this one. Let's possibly just leave this out. No, I like it. No, we don't need it. Oh, we don't need these, I don't think. So let's bring that back in. Maybe one of these. All right, this is what we're rolling with for game 2, folks.
you know, there was an early version of this deck that ran Sleep Cursed Fairy. And
Yeah.
and used
There's some infinite combos with that one.
well, I was using the you could use man, now I want to put her back. See, that's the problem with testing in this deck. There were so many silly things that you can do, but you can only like pick a few to do at any given time. So it's a little tough.
Simic and Teamer are some of the really silly color combinations. I
But
love
Sleep
it.
Cursed Fairy, you can wake her up by turn 3 if you get an Omen Hawker down, and she just goes to
Oh
town.
dang! I took the plane. I didn't mean to.
But you have to like put everything into it, which is the problem.
Yeah.
I have
The way I've seen it abused in Standard in the past is getting a Sleep Cursed Fairy under Cauldron, and then using Cauldron
Right.
to
yeah.
generate multiple mana each turn. Well,
Yeah.
put it on a creature that generates multiple mana, and just recursively tap and untap for mana. And you have infinite mana.
All right.
Why did I take the play? I want the draw for this deck.
What?
It's okay.
All right, you're gonna.
Let's see if you have a Baloth opening
You're
hand.
gonna see a card I like to play a one of. If you look into my exile.
I'm looking. Neat. Gives you some reach. All right. Swamp Pass.
That ley line is problematic, huh?
I haven't seen any ways to deal with it yet.
Almost like it is a hard counter to my entire deck.
No, it's a hard counter to Cauldron. I guess Molt Tender's pretty sad about it too.
Yeah.
Okay. You'd be refueling. I think we just hopelessly dream. Dream of better days. Okay, what does this mean? We definitely want this bottom. Do we keep that? No, I think we can do better. That's better. I think we just do this for now. And I think we even do this.
Into the void. Into the void.
Ley line of the void. Okay, you jockeying.
Jockeying for position. This is gonna be a struggle.
Okay, I think we're at the time when we want your hand empty. We have to discard also.
Oh, you want your hand in?
No, my hand, I want stuff in it really, but we just have, we pack the tools to recover. Okay, that's a good card. Good card. Okay. Let's do some double checking to what we want to do here. Interesting. Okay. I think we just do this for now. I think there'll be a time for this.
Do 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 do.
Damage.
Do do do.
This is a scary card in your deck.
Do 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 do. That's not helpful.
Oh, they're refueling. We got some Ranger danger.
Yeah.
Ranger's refueler.
I decided not to turn it into a creature for reasons. Because Elvish can draw me cards.
It was probably the right decision, to be honest.
Yeah.
It's just I deal with creatures a lot better than non-creature artifacts, so.
Yeah, it was kind of strange. Obviously, it's like not like I don't know who I'm going up against, but also I try to build the decks for like not just the jank meta. Because you know the ideal right is we're trying to find the best jank in standard, so we want to take our jank out
Off you go.
for a run.
Mm-hmm.
So if
Run
I
the
was
jank.
playing to our jank meta, do I turn it into a creature now? I'd be able to get a counter on it, but then I might lose it. Well, let's see what I draw.
Yeah.
I drew that. What would I get? I wouldn't get a whole lot. I would just get the Elvish Refueler, but I would get a card, so let's do it. Okay.
Did I sacrifice my only Land of the Void? I guess I did. Might not have been the best idea. Wasn't even paying attention.
I'm gonna hit you.
Okay.
I was considering Liliana, but you can only make me discard next time. Maybe I don't care about that.
Okay, I think we're gonna do this. Yeah, we're just gonna do all of it.
Oh, are these both twos? Ah. Okay.
Maybe I should have leveled up Blast Zone, actually. You're right. But I'm more afraid of the Refueler, and I want to just get it out of the way this turn instead of next.
You don't actually have, like, we'll see.
Hmm?
You're afraid of the Elvish Refueler? Did I do it? Did I prove that it has a place as a one-of in a constructed deck?
I think we just try to close this game. Yeah, Elvish Refueler.
I ran more than one.
It's
I go back and forth. It's
definitely the deck for it if you're
Yeah.
going to play it in a standard deck.
It's the only deck that I mean, I don't know why else you would play it.
We all have things we prefer.
But it's nice for loot, because you can draw if you're hard casting loot for some reason somehow. I think this is it for me. I didn't draw anything I needed.
All right. Well, I guess let's see it.
Don't overthink.
Okay. And I think we do unlock here, just to make sure. I don't think there's anything that matters for whether you die this turn or next. But I'd rather end the game at 11 life instead of 9 life, so we'll do that. Bing.
Bing.
All right, game 3. We got a game 3, folks. I'm pretty happy with how we sideboarded overall. So yeah, I think we run it back. All right, albino cheese monkey, the virtuous. The day of Jankmet has come.
Ba-ba-da-ba. I'm gonna make maybe I'll make some dangerous edits. Maybe I'll take some 4s down to 3s.
He's going rogue, folks. These are some dangerous edits the monkey's making. Why do you keep taking the draw?
I didn't take
I
the
thought
draw.
this would finally be.
You have it.
Yes, you did. You
It says I
said
go
opponent
first.
goes for. Oh no, you're right. I'm sorry. I misread it. Thank you. Oh, I'm sorry. I just met your cooperation with consternation.
Oh man, you came in hot. I'm gonna come in multi.
Ugh. All right. Well, I'm going to come in grim.
You say that you played this card. I saw it.
I have played that card.
You brought the bugs to the yard, or put them in the yard.
I brought all the bugs to the yard. Yeah.
Yeah.
My deck brought the bugs to the yard. And look at you now.
Oh yeah. So what did I finish my thought before? Ooh, hey, there's a card you haven't seen yet.
I like Enigma Jewel.
Yeah, I've ended games with it. You know what's especially fun? One single game in testing.
Mm-hmm.
I closed out the game because I Enigma Jeweled, but more importantly, I Enigma Jeweled and Enigma Jeweled a Ranger's Refueler, and then used the Ranger Refueler ability to bring the Enigma Jewel onto the board and beat the crap out of him with it. It was amazing.
All right, I think you have a better Enigma Jewel deck than I've had yet. I never actually used the craft ability on it.
Well, when you get the Sky Seeker going, you get up to 20 lands for the most part.
really seeking that sky.
And then at that point, your options are wide open for how to win, and to the point where it's actually kind of stressful.
Why would you not play the jewel there? Do you have a spell pierce? That's the only reason I could think of. You're not gonna have torch against my deck.
It's definitely not because I miscounted and forgot Ranger's Refueler is only 2 mana instead of 3.
Oh.
It wasn't a misplay.
Well, we'll see.
It was intentional.
Okay, we'll see. We'll see if you're being truthful about that, because there's a spell pierce target. Looks okay. Didn't have it. Cool.
Oh, why didn't I play it?
Could have activated that Ranger's Refueler this turn. Oh no!
Is there anything I want?
I finally had a card that can deal with it, and we're on the draw, and I'm too slow. Okay, well, what do we do now?
Ooh, these sounds of consternation. I like that. Oh no, what are you gonna choose?
I was gonna name Agatha's Soul Cauldron.
Oh yeah.
I was thinking. I was like, okay, well, do I name Loot or Afterburner Expert? I think Loot's more important to your deck, but Afterburner Expert you already had in the yard. I see now that Loot would have been the choice. Have a life.
Ah, we're gonna get to see a hard cast of Loot, and he's coming.
Somehow, I'm not sure I'm going to remove him.
And he can also mill if he wants to.
He's kind of scarier in your graveyard than on the battlefield.
Just you wait. Just you wait.
You think so?
I think. Because a lot of people don't remember that he has Vigilance and Double Strike.
Okay.
So, you know, that hurt, right?
It did. And it'll be 8 next turn if you just give him a trample. More if you use his exhaust some of his abilities. So you're right. You're right. It's the end of Loot. This is satisfying.
Do I want to ping you for 3? Do I want cards? I probably want cards. 4 cards to be specific.
Man, I forgot you could activate him because of Enigma Jewel.
When the deck does the thing, Ben.
Alright, so how many Baloths do you bring in from the sideboard? Just the one?
Yeah, just the one.
Okay, I see a Luca. So that's another Planeswalker.
Yeah, he's a cool
I just check-
planeswalker. I play him because everything he does is kind of something the deck wants to do. I don't have a reason to play him against you, but I put him in so we could see him, maybe.
It's fair.
I put him in against other creature-heavy decks, because then he can both ramp my creatures and abilities, and make creatures to block, and do damage to their creatures. So I don't really have a reason to have him in this matchup, but he's a cool guy, so when we have cool guys in the sideboard, we bring him in. Because it's
You're
Jank.
a cool guy.
Oh, thanks. Are you going to bring me in out of your sideboard?
You're not in my sideboard. You're a main board bro all the way.
Oh, yeah! You hear that? We should actually be mean to each other. That would probably make better content, wouldn't it? I think I'm just... what do I do? Options. What is under my
You
cauldron?
gonna risk your creature? There's a lot under your cauldron already.
Yeah, I wish there was a... I wish there was a... What do I wish there was, Ben? You gotta tell me.
Can't tell you. That's something you just have to answer for yourself.
I'm gonna risk it, because I can draw. There we go.
Okay.
Take that. Gonna hit you.
I don't like being down to 4, folks. So we definitely got to do something about that. So the reason we have a Soulstone Sanctuary in the mana base is because it can be a demon.
Oh, I never thought about that. Because I was experimenting with that in my...
Alright, we have a lot of work to do, folks. But we're slowly gaining life.
This is a nice pickup.
Problem is our opponent is quickly gaining life.
Let's see if we can get something nice. That will be nice if we draw it. Let's gain some more life.
The gains, bro, the gains.
Let's get some dragons.
Uh-oh.
Let's make sure we can do our stuff again. Now remember, all of our creatures are molt tenders right now, so we can keep going.
Well, the dragon isn't.
That's right, yeah.
Okay, what do we do here?
Board wipe. Sunfall.
Preach. Unfortunately, I don't think that's something I can do.
Cease and desist. Desist, specifically. I'm naming a
Deadly
whole bunch.
cover-up would do it, but I don't have that.
Wait, is the desist side of cease and desist black, or is it just the cease side? I can't remember.
I think desist is white-green, so that wouldn't work. You don't have any way out of this, because you can just keep making dragons and making them hasty.
Yeah, that's actually the most common win condition, is just an exorbitant number of dragons.
Yeah, you got
To the
your
point where,
soul card down the
in case
turn
you're
before I
wondering-
could vendetta it.
Because I do tinker on the side with Janks. And yes, Draconautics Engineer does have a place in Dragon's Horde.
Oh, you don't have Draconautics Engineer under the soul cauldron yet. Let's.
No, not yet. Not yet.
Okay, let's prevent that.
I haven't had one come into my my grave yet. Yeah, you can prevent that. That's a shame.
Okay, good to know about the Bailoff in your hand. And turn.
You're...
It's a good draw. I still think I might be dead, but we'll see.
This is bad for
That's-
you.
That's pretty bad.
Because I can blow him up right now. Get rid of that. Gain 2 life.
Uh-huh. And slap it under the cauldron.
Slap it under the cauldron. Now any enchantment or artifact can be blown up by any of my creatures.
Yeah, I think this is over.
Well, I still gotta get around your big demon.
Yeah, but like, what's my win con?
Oh, Ben.
Can I don't think I can remove cauldron except with the blast zone.
Ben, should I do it?
I don't know. We'll do
I'm
what?
getting greedy, but I want to do it because it's fun. And you said you...
Are you gonna craft an Enigma Jewel?
I'm gonna craft the jewel, baby! Now, the other thing, you can put Planeswalkers under Enigma Jewel, and it gets all those Planeswalker abilities.
Sure can. Pop off, King.
What else do we want? Sure, it's an Elvis... No, wait, it only gets the activated abilities, right?
Yeah.
Alright. Ranger's Refueler... Oh, I guess I do have to do all of them, don't I? No?
I'll just take solace in the fact that you missed lethal like a few turns ago now.
Oh, that's okay. I'm having too much fun. It's because I'm having too much fun, honestly. Well, what is it looking for? Craft with 4 or more non-lands with activated abilities. So just 2, right? 3? 4? Okay. I have to do everything.
4
I
or
may
more,
lose the game
yeah.
now because of this. But, we need to see it happen.
How are you going to lose the game because of this?
I don't know. You're gonna remove my
Oh,
jewel.
there goes your board. Oh, all right, okay.
What am I doing?
Wait a minute, you got rid of the Soul Cauldron?
Apparently I had to do 4 things.
I guess, do you still keep those abilities?
Oh, I've made a huge mistake.
No, you still have Soul Cauldron abilities.
Yeah.
It's just the Soul Cauldron now has Elvish Refueler and Ranger's Refueler exiled with it.
Yeah. If you remove
What?
that, you win. I don't know what happened. We're gonna have to roll the take back. So I was exiling
Welcome to
things,
Lich of Twitch.
I was exiling things from my graveyard because I thought the 2 things I exiled would count towards the 4 naturally, right? But then I got back to the board and I was trying to do 2 things, and it told me I still had to do all 4 things that I owned, and I was like, well, I can't go back now. I have to rewatch the tape. I was just so excited because we got the fire. That's a powerful artifact. Can you believe they printed an artifact that does all this? What is R&D thinking? It exhausts itself and becomes a creature?
I'm sorry, I'm really in the tank. I've got a lot of options with one of the cards that I have.
Oh, and I think you might be able to win because of my stupidity.
I just need to figure out, is it possible? Okay, I think for now, I'm not too worried about haste because we got rid of your Draconomics Engineers. So I think we have 1 turn to attack. Demo Field doesn't matter, so let's Beseech. For Hopeless Nightmare. I guess it doesn't matter because I'm about to shuffle anyway. Grabbing... Oh, I really want to grab this, but I think you just have too much of an engine now, and it's time to bring out old Shelly again.
Yeah.
This should really help.
How am I going to win?
You've got your ways, I'm sure.
I should have already won, is the problem. Should I bring it out as a creature? Surely that'll do it for me, right? I could turn it into a creature if I wanted to.
Does it only work? Does that only work if it's a vehicle? It says this vehicle becomes an artifact
No,
creature.
I've done it before.
I don't know the rules on that. Oh, okay.
I've beat somebody in the face with it before. Okay. I think it's going to be okay.
You're right, you said that.
I think it's going to be okay.
Okay, yeah. Thrill Seeker is definitely what I was most worried about. There was a turn where if you put that in the graveyard and then Soul Cauldroned it onto your Refueler, you could have attacked with the Refueler, then sacked the Refueler and hit me for my life total.
You don't have any creatures in your graveyard, though, which is unfortunate.
Hardcast Baloth?
Yeah, I'm thinking.
Okay, that's exactly what I want to see.
Oh, is that why you suggested it?
Of course.
Okay.
There's a creature in your graveyard.
Yeah.
There's 4 life.
Where? Scoop it up.
How does this work?
Oh, no, you'll be able to stop me from doing that. But it fires twice, which is weird. Yeah,
that's why Ghost Vacuum was such a clutch draw.
So yeah. I thought I was scooping up Chandra, so when I click on my thing, I don't have Chandra's abilities, which was confusing to me, because I thought that was going to be how I closed it out.
4 or more non-lands with activated abilities. Yeah, I don't know why that happened.
I'm not gonna say it's a bug. I just assume I did something wrong. Was activating
we'll have to watch the tape
or something.
Okay, I have no idea what exactly you could accomplish with the Locust.
No, not a whole lot. I think you might have it.
I'm just gonna again try to close as quickly as possible.
Okay.
It's possible I should have left one of these up as a blocker, but we can play this down for essentially no value.
Oh, you know what I can do? The Locust got the crew ability.
That might not be wise.
I know. At this point, I'm just. Oh.
What?
It's not a vehicle.
I don't know what. Okay, wait. Let me choose the right modes.
I don't know what's happening. I don't deserve to win this game.
No, you do. That's the problem. You do deserve to win. But you're not winning. Not anymore. Okay, well, someone please fill me in the chat. What was that interaction with Enigma Jewel crafted to Locust of Enlightenment trying to become a vehicle? Why did it go away? I want to know.
I guess you'd have to read the ruling on crew. I'm not gonna do it live. We're gonna have a real. All right, I'm gonna hit you.
Okay.
Your clock is better than my clock, though.
I'm such a good clockmaker. No. Okay, we don't want to be top decking lands. Goodbye lands. My turn. Okay, that's a good draw.
I think what I need to
Yeah.
go back and see is because I was expecting my Locust to have all of Chandra's abilities, Molt Tender's abilities, and then only have to sacrifice 2 things to it on the board. My game is disconnecting for some reason. It. Did you quit?
Oh, did we jank too hard? No,
we
I'm.
janked too hard. It kicked us out.
I have you sacrificing a creature.
I got kicked out of the game.
Okay. See if you can exit and rejoin, because I'm still here.
All right, let's throw.
I think it's over regardless, unless you have something really good to top deck that I'm not thinking of. But
We finally did it. We finally janked too hard. We janked too close to the sun.
it's happened before. I think I crashed the game with double jank
Oh, that's true.
back in episode 3.
All right, I'm gonna restart.
But we're episode 13, so I think every episode with a 3 in it, we do have to jank too hard and crash the game.
Okay.
It's tradition now. See you in episode 23.
It was my turn.
Folks, if you're enjoying this stunning TV or not enjoying it, look back a few minutes and help us figure out what the jank was happening with that Locus of Enlightenment. Come back to the stream in 2 minutes and we'll have it all sorted out.
Well, I won that game in my heart.
You won that game in my heart, too.
All right.
You were definitely janking harder.
I could have just hit you, but I mean that's so boring. All right, I'm back in. It did bring me back in the game, and I drew a card. Yeah, I don't know what happened.
Okay. You didn't actually miss anything.
The game was telling. It was a land. I drew a land. I'm not even gonna bother to play.
Okay.
All right.
I'm gonna attack all. Ugh.
Woo.
Mono black. Okay. So, do we award you that last game in your heart and say something went wrong? And if so, do we want to play a best of 1 or best of 3 to really determine the jank king? Because if you won that game, you won the match. And if you won the match, we
we're
each
tied.
have a match.
Well,
I still have the best of 1.
I'm inclined to
but-
say we can give me the heart victory because I've never won a match.
You're definitely getting that.
Uh,
You've won the match.
I'll ask you this: do you think you could decide the Power Jank Award right now? Because if not,
I know what I'm leaning toward, but I'm not confident. I'm confident you're winning the Heart of Jank Award. So don't worry about that. You've got that.
Yeah, that title is secure for sure.
Yes.
You're playing mono black in this game.
What makes me unsure is that we're not fast. You have some nuts, and you have one piece that's really hard for us to interact with, namely Agatha's Soul Cauldron.
Yeah.
That's the only thing that's preventing me from saying that no, the Power Jank goes to black. We have tools to deal with it, but we have to draw them and we have to deploy them quickly enough, and that's not guaranteed, as we found out.
Well,
I guess we got time for another best of 3.
we do have time for another best 3. Why don't we just go for it?
Let's just do it.
Okay.
The people want this to be answered fairly
They
and
do.
squarely.
And they want to see how my deck closes out games without using the locust. I think your deck wins against mine in a best of 1 almost every time without sideboarding. Personally.
What makes you say that?
Well, because I don't have. Well, that's a good point actually. Because most of the sideboard stuff that I brought in was scary, but wasn't the reason I won.
How many Soul Cauldron? You have all your Soul Cauldrons main board, right?
Yeah, I do.
And that's for me. That's the scary piece. I think we can't. Yeah. We don't have answers to it. Match 1. I mean, sorry, game 1, regardless. So, I don't know. I think it's your best. All right. This is turning tense. And you also, like you said, you have reasons to want Soul Cauldron. I mean, want creature cards in your graveyard.
Yeah.
And we put them there. Mono Black is very good at putting cards in your yard. We bring the cards to your yard. I'm not sure. Do you side out? Have you been siding out? You don't have to tell me, but have you been siding out Omen Hawker?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I've been debating whether to keep in the Grim Baubles or not.
Well, I've been siding
I forgot
it
that
out.
hits vehicles. That's nice.
You did it!
Oh, why?
Well, I guess I'll just have to play the other one I drew.
Oh, bother. This nightmare is hopeless.
No, Omen Hawker has mostly been in this deck. Alright, fine. You can have that.
Which card? Discard.
Dredger. You do a lot of sacrifice too, right?
Yeah. Yeah, we do a lot of sacrifice.
Now, namely, in this specific situation, I'm tempted to just go ahead and fire the thing now so I can draw a card. Even though it's best saved for when you have a dragon. But
No, I think it's a good move. It also gets it out of range of Grim Bauble.
yeah. But also, you're tapped out, so I can go ahead and bring the vehicle in before he dies. And draw another card.
Yeah, I guess I should have waited until post-combat. You're right.
Well, I mean, I am the vehicle master, right? Remember the 1% of Magic players who like them? It's me.
I guess this would have changed how I played that. But I just drew that, so that's... I forgot I had one Ghost Vacuum main board, so that's kind of how we combat a Soul Cauldron game 1.
My main problem right now is that I haven't drawn any green. Or
It's the best color. Yeah, how are you going to win the game without green?
In this deck, you can't. Well, you can.
I don't know. I bet Soul Cauldron can do it.
Yeah, Soul Cauldron can do it. Green Bean Cowboy,
Okay,
if you're here or if you're watching the VOD, I hope that I've done it justice for you. I really do. In fact, hit me up and let me know. Let's see if we get something good.
Hit him high and hit him low.
Again, Green Bean Cowboy being the one who, A, has an excellent random food-based name.
Yeah, it has beans in the name, so
Yeah.
Beans or Break approves.
Yeah, and 2, I was just admiring the fact that I got Afterburner Expert in the graveyard there.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Get rid of that? Yeah.
not have that be the case. Have a life. Get a life.
Do I want this card in my hand? At this point, it feels bad to play my creatures, so I think I'm just going to ditch them.
Draws you another card. Yeah, there's no limit once per turn on Rangers of Fueler either. That's
No, it's actually...
something I hadn't thought about.
So, they put the exhaust energies. The funny thing I noticed when I was making this deck is that there's really almost no reason to run exhaust cards outside of an exhaust-specific deck. But when they're together, they do some pretty nifty stuff.
I'd say a fair amount of sets have mechanics like that.
Yeah. I'm pretty new to
but-
Magic, so I didn't know.
No, it's... The standout example for me is Poison from...
Oh, really? You don't run into poison on the ladder? I feel like...
No, it's just all the Poison cards are from one set.
Oh, that makes sense, yeah.
Okay, what do we do here? We scribed our way to... Or surveilled our way to land. So I'm leaning toward firing this off. Yeah, that's got to be the move. We can ditch
Just play
2
this.
of our less good cards, and then we know we can play this or this next round.
Okay.
And getting our opponent empty-handed seems pretty valuable.
think I was talking like 20 minutes ago. See, I bring the Rangers. If I was not playing your deck right now, I would be bringing the Rangers Refueler in and hitting you with it. But if there's anything I've learned, it's that, yes, you would untap and then kill it because it becomes permanently a creature.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about something else. You're right.
But anyway, I think I was talking 20 minutes ago about, crafting decks to the jank meta versus not. If I was crafting to the jank meta, I would have went hard into vehicles because I knew that you don't typically play things that can interact with them.
Artifact, hey, what's that?
Yeah, so I would have been like, I need green, so I'm just glad I have that one.
Yes. Yeah, vehicles are good against sweepers, and I am known to play them.
I would have leaned much harder into vehicles. Like, for example, instead of playing Skyseeker Serpent, I would have even considered playing the red-green buggy that has the ability like Ranger Refuelers, but whenever it attacks, it makes a treasure, and it's only 2 mana. It's a fun little card, but it's kind of slow, as most vehicles are.
What do we do here? I barely ever did this in testing, but against you, I'm finding it to be kind of one of my default moves.
What are you taking out?
I am beseeching the mirror for Shieldred yet again. Standard meta has so much removal that it's rarely the right option, but your deck has so little removal.
It's all in the sideboard.
Yeah, I just need to make sure you don't close the game. Don't build up your engines, and so I have to close the game, and Shieldred is my best tool for doing that.
Shieldred.
Okay, I think we did it, folks. We don't have lethal this turn, but we will soon. Actually, we might have lethal this turn. I think we still do this. Let's just play it safe. We're still gonna be vacuuming ghosts. Part of me didn't want to give that life, but okay. So we have nine, then 2 more. That's 11, and then that could be 3 more. Okay, but then I wouldn't have the mana to do this. What do we do with this? What do we do with this? Do we do anything with this?
I find it funny. Tarkir's coming out soon.
No.
I just realized this is an extremely Aether Drift heavy deck, right?
Yes.
Maybe I should do that before the close of every set when I finally have a bunch of cards from that set. I'm like, all right, now that I finally, after all this month, what is it, 6 sets a year? After all this month, now the new set's coming out after the month that it's been, because they come out like every month.
Feels like it, yeah. Every 2.
Let's make a deck out of set tribal.
Yeah. The content angle is, of course, to do that right at the beginning of the month, but
no, you got to do it at the end.
We're budget jankers. We're budget jankers.
That's right. You wait till we accumulate the cards from those sets, and you will like it. You know why? Because we'll have found all the jank that everybody left behind.
Yeah, it almost feels like it's been so long since anyone has played an exhaust deck.
I feel like people tried it. They found ditching stuff. The Agatha's Cauldron thing, I think, was tinkered with, but as like an alternate win con. What people found was Afterburner Expert and Dredger's Insight and Draconautics Engineer. I think that's what people found. In fact, one deck was brought to Pro Tour doing that, and then it went like 5 and 5, and everyone's like, well, guess it didn't work, and then just moved on. So.
All right, we're switching up our sideboarding a little bit. I think I'm realizing how important it is to bring these in.
Should I sideboard Locust back in? The Enigma Jewel back in?
Only if you intend on playing it. You
What?
gonna take that risk? Only if you intend on playing that. Are you gonna take that risk?
It was fun.
It was fun.
Against your deck, it's better than Omen Hawker, is the reason.
It is. It's a lot harder to deal with.
I don't think I'm going to be able to pull off full throttle against you because that requires creatures.
It is interesting. I think this is... the games end up going fairly one-sided. We had like one or two close ones, but most of the games are one-sided. But I feel like this is a very dynamic matchup nonetheless.
That's good. What do I
Like,
think
there's
now?
not a lot of certainty.
I really wish I could get the Sky Serpent Sith combo to work against you too, but I don't think you can do it against Mono Black
No.
because it requires creatures.
I should be able to stop you. Like, if you make a big board of creatures, then you can do it. I don't deal well with those, but if you make a big board of creatures, you're winning the game anyway. You don't need to spend your time ramping. Well, that's a 6-land hand. That hand has no black mana. Okay, we keeping, I guess. Think we do this.
I think this is
And
the
hope.
longest we've spent with the original 2 decks without moving on. This is good. Good stuff.
We've done 3 best of 3s before, I'm pretty sure.
I was just looking at the time.
Maybe in time-wise,
Dreams of Steel and Oil is a card that
honestly.
was in and out of Exodus. Which might sound weird to people who aren't familiar with the show, but Exodus being the name of my Catcher Moe's deck.
Yeah, he played that. Let's see, was it last week or the week before? I think week before. All right, tending that molt. Multi-tendies.
Ew.
Yeah, let's break that momentum.
Oh, I forgot that it makes you discard a card too. I always see it as removal. Loot goes in the yard.
Me too. That's why it's in the discard deck.
This
It's
also goes in the yard.
oh, nice. I like that momentum breaker is a removal spell, or I guess a vehicle killing spell.
Yeah.
And
Which is why you put it, right? You know, vehicles are very
oh
prevalent.
yeah, for those pesky vehicles. And
in
it's
the Jank meta, they are quite prevalent.
it's a discard spell.
Well, this is
And
going to be a problem for you. Because I now have an Agatha's Soul Cauldron with a loot under it. No, you don't.
you
Because
have
I
an
have
Agatha Soul
with
Cauldron
nothing under it.
with nothing under it.
Oh yeah, well at least I'll get a mana out of it. Take that.
Yep, none of our artifacts are getting that action. Molt Tendies just scooping that right up.
All right, now let's lose the mana.
Okay, what do we do here? Oh man,
You're in a good spot. I don't have anything.
I would totally play Ancient Vendetta if you hadn't already played your Soul Cauldron again. Dang it, it's almost as if 4 mana cards aren't possible to play in the early game. We are just going to see if you brought in counter spells, I guess.
Did I sideboard it in? I did run the counter that lets you loot your deck or mulch your deck for a while.
Oh yeah. Is that don't make a sound, or there's
No,
that
it's-
refute one?
It's what's it called? Confounding Riddle.
Oh yes, that one.
It lets you choose to mulch your deck if you don't end up using it to counter. I should clarify. Okay, well, this isn't great. Well, that's not bad. I'll take that.
You're still at 20 life.
I'm not going to attack. I'll get some cards. Yeah, I want to do it now while you're tapped out. Interesting.
So if I respond to that,
I'm going to eat it. It's going in the cauldron. Which I just now realized how thematic it is. They go in the cauldron, Ben. How did I not realize that until now? I've been janking this deck for a week.
so is Afterburner Expert worse on the battlefield or worse under the cauldron?
Under the cauldron, it just lets me pay to get tokens, right?
It's dangerous. I don't know if this is the right decision, but I think it's worse on the battlefield. Because if it's on the battlefield, you have suddenly a chump blocker that's infinite. Because loot will just keep bringing it back.
I forgot I was going to take 6 for drawing those cards.
I didn't. Okay. Okay, casting this can't be the move. Alright, we're going aggro.
That's right. I'm the beatdown.
You're down to 6, probably.
Is there anything I can do before I draw here? I don't think so.
I remember back in the day when Sheldred was a new card. Arena didn't by default give you a stop in your upkeep. I think they added code in the game. Literally, if Sheldred is on the board, it gives the other player an automatic stop on their upkeep in case they want to cast removal or something. So you had to always manually remember to set an upkeep stop if you had to go for the throw in hand.
I'm going to do something silly.
Okay. It's the Jank-Off. Okay. Oh. I kind of don't like that on loot, to be honest.
Yeah, it's almost like he has double strike. Interesting.
Wow.
Alright, so now you know how that turned out.
I think I still made the right decision, but we'll see what happens. Alright, folks, what removal for loot do we have on our board? We've got these. This will work.
I really wish I had a Portent Calamity in my
That
hand
doesn't.
right now.
That'll work.
If I had
Yeah.
a Portent Calamity in my hand right now, that would be most excellent.
Doesn't work and doesn't work. Alright, so you could draw 2 cards.
I can't click it for some reason. Did I? Oh, I already used its ability to equip it today. So I can't use it
Oh,
again.
that's
Yeah.
oh dang! I wanted you to draw 2 cards.
Oh. Oh yeah, I was tempted. Oh, that's such a good idea. I can't see any reason why I wouldn't.
Okay, my turn. I don't think that does it. Let's see here. Okay. In Sheldred we trust.
Oh, I wanted that. That was my only. I only have 2 copies. Okay.
How do you feel about 2 life points? Oh, good. You do have life gain. I I thought you were going to target Ghost Vacuum with it. I kind of forgot that you could do Bandit's Talent also. Well, we can't let that go through. You're going to gain life off Dredger's Insight, no matter what. What a tense match.
Yeah.
Folks, it's possible I'm being too greedy and should have just played this, but I think Shieldred is our win condition. And we do have some top decks that get us out of this.
You have to block.
So, we are chumping. You only get one loot trigger from that double strike, so only 23 counters on the Aether Spark. Do you want to draw 2 cards? Cards, man.
I can't. There's nothing I can really do with 10 mana right now, unless I draw some cards. It's the problem. You know what I should do? I think I should draw 3 cards. I think that's probably the play. Oh, I can't. No.
Yeah, I was gonna say, how are you gonna do that?
I forgot I already used that on loot. Well,
That's what you should. Yeah.
I have options. Either I pass and hope my natural draw gets me something, or I draw 2 now and hope to get something that can help me remove Shieldred.
What are the chances? What are the chances?
What do I even have in this deck? I don't have any.
Jank. We established that.
No, I need to draw naturally.
I top decked the best card.
Oh. Oh.
I don't think you have outs.
I doubt it. Each player loses 4 life.
I'm just kind of going all in.
Okay. Oh, look who's going fast now.
Soul Speedy. Clench. Clench.
I don't have any creatures in my graveyard, right? Nope.
Artifact and or creatures. Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah, you have. If you did, you'd have 2 triggers from Dredger's Insight.
It's got to be my graveyard, though. But I only have a Planeswalker and a land.
You can put that in the Cauldron. I don't mind.
Yeah, I know. I was just using it for demonstration.
I don't mind.
GG.
Life gain and instant speed? No. All right, folks. That was a real clencher. GG.
Well, you can have the Power Jank Award again. You can have it. But I'm taking
I earned it back.
the
I earned
Janky
it.
Jank Award.
You are. That is all yours. You have the heart of Jank.
That's right. We're going to rename it the Heart of Jank Award. That's a good name for it. You heard it here first on episode 12? 13?
13.
13.
Happy 13th.
Happy 13th. You know, it was my dog's birthday yesterday. I just thought you should know.
Happy birthday, Otto.
It was also my mom's birthday. I guess that's also relevant.
Is that something you should remember? Did you remember?
Well, you know, it's funny because, and this is important for the Jank-Off so everyone can hear, I call my mother on her birthday for the past 3 years because my dog is 3 years old, and I say, "Excuse me, Mom, did you forget what day it is?" And she'll be like, "Otto's birthday?" And I'm like, "You're right, you got it." Anyway.
All right.
Point being, yesterday was a special day, and today is also a very special day because that was some good jank. There, I brought it back.
We made it. Okay. It is 8:42 in our local time, Eastern Daylight Time. Do we want to squeeze into best of one or call it a night until
I want to stay
next
on
week?
the vehicles theme, and I want to ride to survive in a best of one against you. You just pick
All
your
right.
favorite.
Well, it's so far. I don't think we both. We probably both changed decks at some point. My favorite's always going to be like mono green or something. Can you send the best of one challenge while I think about what deck I want to play?
Done.
Perfect. Ride to survive.
It's more.
And Only Lords is one of my favorites.
It's a very creature-heavy deck, so.
I haven't done fecund butts in a while, but that requires a fair amount of thinking.
You've been done too much thinking tonight.
I was just playing a controlling deck. It's not really a control deck, but controlling.
No, controlling decks do take more.
I think I will select. Let's see. Only Lords is my cozy, comfy deck, but it's very good. It's maybe too good.
I mean, you could just do it. I don't need to win this one. I just want to play with my horses.
No, I'm gonna try fecund butts. I'm curious how this matchup goes.
So this is the jank that got me to diamond for the first time. So
Congrats.
diamond with my
Alright.
MMR.
How does this deck work?
Wait, the deck I'm
Don't
playing?
quite remember, but I don't think this is mine. I think I need earlier plays than that. This looks better.
So what's new in Ride to Survive? I ended up finally acquiring 4 copies of District Mascot through draft. So that's now the premier one drop in this deck. That's
Okay, well, I'm sure my 1/2 can block this 1/1 profitably.
Yeah.
Oh,
I didn't have a 2-drop. I wish I did. Well, he doesn't get another counter for attacking unless he saddles, you see.
yeah, that's my joke. I thought you were just gonna pop in and saddle him. Yeah, here we go.
Alright, this is the premier saddler.
I think we're gonna get janked upon pretty hard.
This is good jank.
We don't have
This is
we
what
don't
good
have a fast
jank looks
start.
like.
I'll deal you a damage. Eat that.
Yeah, I think if you don't have a board wipe, you're gonna be in trouble.
I'm in Simic.
Aetherize is a thing.
Doesn't win the games, just dirtles. It's good in Commander, I guess. But that's because there's multiple players.
This is how I like decks. Like,
This is the curve out aggro deck, or at least it's a
Yeah.
curve out aggro draw.
and I think it's because of the very first thing I did when I started playing Magic was just draft a bunch. And then that kind of fooled me into a false sense of this is how you're supposed to build decks.
We needed to hit land there, basically. We can still do something about it. Don't count us out yet, but it's looking sketchy.
And doggos. Them doggos will get you.
Okay, don't want to see that.
This is also a recent addition. I was trying to find some new card draw.
Okay, you're going to be glimmering all over the place.
There really wasn't a reason to saddle up that other district mascot. Oh well.
What am I missing?
It gets a counter. Did I forget to saddle that one? You're missing
Yeah.
that I'm an idiot.
You're not an idiot, you just settled the wrong one.
They all look the same, okay?
Alright, we have the namesake card of the deck. We need to hit land. Okay, we did. That helps. It wasn't a desert. I was really hoping for a desert.
And
Arid Archway would have been excellent, but
I set up
We have a turtle.
I set up my draw.
Uh-oh.
I don't need that.
Wait, well, let's see what a setup draw looks like. You can settle with multiple creatures?
Yes.
Oh, this is split up, isn't it?
Goodbye, doggo.
Yep, this is split up. Okay. Man, you have the board wipes.
Hello, horsey.
Well, thankfully you spent most of your time tapping critters instead of hitting me, but
But
you
don't
still
have-
accumulated a lot of value. I guess we just have to do this. Hope for Arid Arch. Arid Archway!
Oh boy.
Okay, that gives us a green mana. We can play this.
Should I have gone for the kill?
No, I'm just recovering. I'm not going to be able to win or anything here. We want to resolve Nissa first, I think. Okay, it doesn't matter here. Do we want that? 1, 2, 3, 4. No, we'd rather have a land, wouldn't we? I guess it does. Wait a minute. How much mana do we have next turn? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It is a lot. I think we ditch. Okay. Just calmly passing the turn. Fear my frogs.
Are you ready for a scary card, Ben?
Are you gonna rip me a new one? Oh no. Alright folks, we have answers, we just have to hit them.
Saddle the Duke. Tap those. She's flying now. Get an angel. I know I'll lose the... Well, I won't lose the horsey, but... I could lose the horsey.
Hang on, do you have a trick? Let's see here. What tricks could you have? What do I remember what tricks do you remember? Do you have any way to give it +1 horse power and speed? You're faking me. I'm not risking it. I need this to survive. It didn't feel like there was a stick there. I probably could have taken the block on this one.
Yeah, you could have.
But I really need this. I need her so bad. You wouldn't even believe it, man. Okay.
That sound.
Yeah, we're gonna just YOLO. Because we're doing jank. There's probably a safer line that maybe grinds me to a win, but this is a bonus game, and we're gonna do some bonus game quality.
Oh, that's right.
Jank here.
We make subpar decisions in the name of entertainment in bonus games.
Genesis Wave, and I think this might have paid off.
Oh, that's nice. Monkeys.
Okay. Okay, I think we want to surveil first, then resolve that, then surveil again, then resolve that. Card draw at the end. We want to do Nissa. Sorry, I'm stacking my triggers, and there's a lot of them. Nissa, we want to trigger first. Okay, so we need to choose the target for this. Doesn't really matter because it's all going to untap, so I'll take my card draw.
Uh-oh.
Green. Blue. Okay. Surveil 1. We don't want to hit that. That is exactly what we want to hit. Yep, good stuff, good stuff.
How many split ups do I main for here?
Okay, so Fecund Green. Okay, we don't. Do we want to draw that? Kind of. No, we don't want to draw that. Okay, perfect. Perfect.
Uh-oh.
We're janking, folks. I don't think we need this blue mana, but oh well. Alright, now what do we do? We need to cast creature spells because that'll trigger Silverback Elder.
Gain life. Put a land.
So, why not Revel in Excess and cast another green shell?
Ah, so fecund.
Okay, this also might be relevant. Keep the chain going. That's a land. Oh, I should have made a different play first. We still might be able to do some things, so we'll splonk. Put a land in play. That's a trigger. Look out!
Oh no. Look out.
Okay, yep, we should have played Splunking much earlier. I'm sorry, man, I don't know how we're doing this.
Just chill bonus janks, you know?
But remember what I said about, oh, maybe I shouldn't play this deck because it's going to require me to think. How long is my turn so far? I'm sorry, audience.
No! They're gonna watch you jank and they're gonna like it.
We just keep hitting.
Speaking of
We just
liking it,
keep
hit
hitting
like on
lands.
the stream.
Okay, now what do we do? We can just keep casting creatures, I guess.
Yeah, good, just go for
But
it.
at that point, but you're just
I
going
think
to draw
we should
split
keep
up
going
and
for it.
end things.
No, I definitely only mainboard one.
All right, we're going to get our value while we can, but we're not going to be foolish about it.
I think you should be foolish about it roughly 17 more times.
Well, how many cards do we have left in our deck? Okay, that's a good draw. Let's keep things. Oh, I forgot about that. Oh yeah, we can just gain life now. That's fine. This does draw one card, but I'm sure that's fine. Sure, yeah, we can put lands into play. We still get another. How do we still have another land drop? Okay. This will be sufficient for now.
All right, my turn.
Sorry.
My game's a little laggy. I don't actually know what to do. Concede, I guess.
No. No. I can finish you. Do you have any way of drawing a split up? You do have a lot of blockers, and I don't think I can summon Trample in this deck. I don't have any Garruk's Uprising or whatever. Or Nissa, the Ascended Animist. I just have Nissa, Resurgent Animist.
I keep forgetting.
I could accidentally deck.
It's not a. It's not.
Can we block 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
Like, at this
7,
point-
8, 9?
I don't even want to tap. Duke. You have 1, 2.
I mean, but your out is split up, right? And all your stuff on taps for the Beast Rider anyway.
Oh yeah, I definitely want to tap Duke. You're right. What am I thinking? Let's tap that.
Tap at teen hero.
Oh yeah, we wanted. That's what we needed right there. Hushwood Verge. Thank goodness.
I mean, at least it wasn't split up. Imagine if you drew split up, but then didn't have the mana to play it.
Yeah. Well, I don't think I can do anything.
Okay. Folks, this means our job
Is to draw 12 more cards.
is to kill our opponent without drawing a ton more cards. We do, I think, need to or want to play this guy. The boosts will be worth it. I don't know if we want to do anything else, though. Are there any artifacts or enchantments to explode? I don't think so. It's good to play Monkey. I love playing Monkey.
I have one. But
Oh, that could just instantly empty our deck. Let's not do that.
Why not? It'd be funny.
8 cards left. Okay, I think we can cast this. just to make sure our math is lining up. I don't really want to do a ton of math. I'd rather just make sure your lifelink first striker is tapped. Okay, we could cast another. Let's just be safe. Let's just be safe. Let's just be safe, folks. Be safe, folks.
What protection are you using against decking out? Just being
None.
thoughtful.
Yeah, trying to be.
Is that... I was gonna say, is that lethal, but I realized you're just gonna respond with math is for blockers.
Yeah, okay. Does base power... Okay, so how does Fecundity control?
7.
I think I can increase power on things like Land Elves. This may... Okay, yeah, that does work. Good.
Alright, 1. So you've got 22. These are your only tramplers, right? The vine stocks?
Yes.
And then you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10. Oh, I think that's it. That's game.
8, 6. Yeah, it looks like it.
Alright, I should have been more aggressive. That's what they always say. They say,
Don't give the ramp deck time, folks.
be aggressive. Well, I didn't mean to double block that one. Not that it matters. It matters to me. Okay, he
Yeah, I
says
think-
as he double blocks again.
I don't... Like, we'd only have 100-ish damage here. So... Not gonna meet the
Bye.
record of Mrs. X.
Oh, psh, negative 14, that's nothing. Do better. We're
Yeah, if I
spoiled.
had left the Seraphic Steed untapped, it would have been, what? Like, -2?
Yeah.
Too close for my taste. Alright, folks.
Wow.
Jank has been had
That was a good jank.
to an excess.
we really janked it today. Let me tell you.
Alright. Awards are as follows. Mono Black Witch card, discard, is the power jank of the day.
Close, though.
And
Very close.
it was very close. And Nitrous Oxide in Teamer Colors gets the Heart of Jank award.
All right.
Tune in next week for new, fresh decks in Standard. It will be our last episode before Teamer Dragonstorm. No, it's
Because we're
Tarkir
budget
Dragonstorm.
jankers, don't expect a lot of Tarkir. How long was it after release of Aether Drift before the first? I think the first Aether Drift, as the Jank-Off lore keeper, I'll inform everyone, the first Aether Drift card to appear in Jank-Off was Skyseeker Serpent, and in Helga's Friends, I think. And it came like a week or two after the release. So... We're so good at content, and if you want Tarkir, you should come here but not expect to see any.
Well, uncommons. I don't even know exactly what I'm... Actually, I think I know exactly. There will be at least uncommons in the deck I'm running.
That's fair.
From Tarkir Dragonstorm.
That's
Come
fair.
and see those exciting uncommons.
I don't know if there will be any because I intentionally ignore all spoilers for card games because the first time I like to experience a card, I think I've said this before, is watching it get played against me, or playing it for the first time or opening it from a pack. It's just how I enjoy card games. But
All right, well, I will find an uncommon to play against you. Surprise you.
okay, well, I might end up playing something too because we get the free packs when things come out and I also have some wild cards, so I'm sure there will be something.
My guy is somehow basically out of uncommon wild cards, folks. I don't know how he is, but
I jank a lot. I jank a lot that doesn't show up on stream yet. TM. I'm always
soon,
cooking.
TM.
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
All right, bye.
All right, well, we're cooking up a good one for next week. Hope to see you all then. It's 7 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, which is 11 p.m. UTC. And we're having a ton of fun. Come join us.
That's right.
If you're watching the VOD, like, comment, subscribe. You know what? You've heard it 100 times. Engagement matters, especially for small creators like us. So thanks, y'all, for showing up to the stream. Hope you all enjoyed, and we'll see you soon.
Good night.
Good night.